Mistborn or the Kingkiller Chronicles? I've just recently started reading both of these must-read fantasy series, and here are my thoughts on which one you might want to consider if, like me, you're trying to catch up on a few decades worth of fantasy novels. Now, with The Name of the Wind, what you get is a thoughtful, well-crafted, well-written fantasy novel with an intriguing magic system. The author is Patrick Rothfuss, and you can tell that he is a skillful writer, and he has painstakingly and lovingly created this character, Kvothe, who spends the book telling his story, his tragic story, explaining how he became this legendary hero. Now, what you don't get with this book is an action-packed story. Now, while I'm impressed with the quality of the writing, like I said, it is beautifully written throughout the book, there were times when I grew frustrated and frankly a little bit bored because I felt like it needed a little bit more action. However, I know there are a lot of people out there who like to get into the weeds with their magic systems and with character development. So if that's the type of fantasy you're looking for, then you want to check out The Name of the Wind. With the first book of the Mistborn series, it's kind of the opposite. You get action and lots of it. At the heart of this series are what are called the Mistborn, which are these wielders of this powerful magic-like ability called allomancy, which grants the wielders of these powers certain skills, certain abilities that make for some pretty entertaining action sequences. The story unfolds in this fairly dystopian world ruled over by this godlike tyrant called the Lord Ruler, and our heroes spend the book trying to figure out a way to overthrow this tyrant. Now, the weakness of this book is frankly the writing. You can tell that this is one of the earliest works by Brandon Sanderson. I think this was his first published work. And frankly, it feels unpolished a lot of the time. He continuously uses these same turns of phrases and character reactions to the point that I found myself getting distracted by it. Not to mention, I personally have had a hard time connecting with the characters, and it wasn't until I was deep into the second half of this book that I felt any kind of connection with one of the main characters. But it's action-packed and it's fun to read. And so if that's the kind of fantasy you're looking for, I highly recommend Mistborn. For more in-depth book reviews, check out D3 Reads and join the conversation.